Denny Hamlin dominates in Martinsville, picking up his 6th grandfather clock, his first Martinsville win in 10 years, and Progressive's first win as a NASCAR Cup Series sponsor. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new post-race review here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking the 2025 Cookout 400 at the Martinsville Speedway. Not the most entertaining race in the world, but it was a pretty mid-tier Martinsville race, I'd say. If this was the Gen 6 era, we would have been like, meh, it's an average Martinsville race in my opinion, but we'll talk about that a bit later. But yeah, let's go off and let's start from stage 1 all the way up to the ending of the race. So, we're going to go through every event here like we usually do. And yeah, first thing I really noticed was in that first stage, I really thought Chase Elliott was the best car today. I really did believe that the 9 of Elliott was the best car today. Until Denny Hamlin got clean air, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Once Elliott got past Christopher Bell, I was like, yep, that 9 car is just driving away. He's been really good at Martinsville. Hendrick usually dominates this Martinsville spring race, so now it's Elliott's turn to go dominate. But yeah, it was not a great, how do I explain it? It didn't plan out the greatest from Elliott for there. Like, we're going to watch one incident back here where, yeah, Brad Keselowski, I don't know what he was doing there. He just really sent it into the corner. That would have been our first caution for the day. That would have been for the 17 of Chris Buescher, who thought he was clear of Carson Hocevar. Not sure what the 17 of Buescher was thinking there. It looks like he just kind of hooked a right. I mean, I have to see a different angle here. Did Hocevar come down? It was a weird, like, when I seen Buescher spun out in the middle of the track heading, like, on the entry to turn 1, it looked a little weird, I gotta say. But I think what happened was Buescher put Hocevar on the wall a little bit, thinking he was clear, and then Hocevar hooked the left a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely what happened. Hocevar got put in the wall, and then he hooked the left. So, fair game. It happens, is what it is. But yeah, here's a better angle. I'm watching the angle of Hocevar's onboard here right now. You'll see Buescher. Yeah, Buescher pinched him in there, and then Hocevar just tried to turn off him as he was spinning. So, is what it is. It happens. Stage 1 turned into a strategy affair. You had a debris caution, which shook everything up, and then some guys pitted, some guys didn't. We'll get to Josh Berry in a bit, but poor Josh Berry was out at that first debris caution. He stayed out. He flew away. Like, and I mean flew away from the next car. He was probably like 4 or 5 seconds ahead, it felt like. And yeah, then on the next pit stop, the right side, on that Hocevar and Buescher caution, he hit the right side of the car on a pit stop. Him and Larson made contact, and then they just needed to change the battery twice. I don't know why, but they did. Even, I don't know what was up with Team Penske and their batteries today, but Austin Cindric had to change theirs about 5 times. They DNF'd with about 50 laps to go because they ran out of batteries. Like, crazy to think about, but the 22 of Joey Logano played the strategy and got himself the stage win. And at the start of stage 2, guess who found himself out front? The 11 of Denny Hamlin. New crew chief Chris Gale played the strategy to a T, got the 11 out front. And once you get Denny Hamlin clean air at Martinsville, look out. He is gone. Especially in this car, man. Denny Hamlin is just so good around here, and there's Alex Bowman locking it up at one point. Stage 2 went pretty well caution-free from what I remember. Denny Hamlin did pick up the stage win in stage number 2. Like we said, man, this 11 car was just second to none today, man. Denny Hamlin was truly the class of the field. What else do we have here? We have a little 3-wide action. Oh, yeah, this is when Riley Herbst got wrecked. I almost completely forgot about this. So, yeah, there was one restart where Riley Herbst didn't pit and he started out front, and then he just like flew back to 35th or whatever. But it actually might not have been that one, but I know the 35 tried to do that a couple times. But anyway, there was an incident off of turn 4 where the 35 was on the top of a 3 wide with Austin Cindric and AJ Allmendinger underneath them. And yeah, Herbst got into the wall, came back off it, bounced into Cindric. Cindric wasn't too happy, kind of went straight, sent Herbst around into the fence. And I mean, it didn't quite look like Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano in 2015, but it half looked like something similar. Cindric kind of just went straight and took out the 35 of Riley Herbst. And yeah, spun him out into the outside wall. Yeah, Cindric intentionally wrecked him. There's no ifs, ands, or doubts about this. He just went straight. He just went straight. He had no intention of letting the 35 make that corner. Let's be real, guys. Let's be real. He wanted to wreck Riley Herbst, but yeah, Denny Hamlin just continued to dominate all the way through stage 3. Shane Van Gisbergen lost a wheel with about 100 laps to go. I think it was like 120, something like that. And in this sport, cautions breed cautions. And if you don't believe me, go watch the Xfinity race yesterday. Boy, oh boy, wasn't that a shit show. I didn't get to watch the race. I seen the highlights, but like, good grief. Like, y'all know Sam Mayer is my guy, but like, I'll root for Sam Mayer to the death. He might even be watching this video for all I know. But Sam, dude, what the hell were you thinking? That one wreck where you just slammed into the back of Eckes, I think it was. Like, come on, man. I know you're better than that. I hope Sam knows he's better than that. He's much better than that. But anyway, then there was an incident where you had your weekly Ty Gibbs wreck. Actually, I want to check this real quick. Where did Ty Gibbs end up? He actually might have finished in the top 15 today, which is extremely rare for that 54 team nowadays, it feels like. He finished 13th. Everyone give it up for Ty Gibbs. Give it up for Ty Gibbs, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to talk about him crashing, but give it up for Ty Gibbs. He finished in the top 10, or not in the top 15, rather. Way to go, Ty Gibbs. He actually finished in a decent position, but yeah, it looked like a chain reaction caused this crash. I mean, I think Clint Boyer said it, that Ty Gibbs missed the corner. The 45 got underneath him trying to make a move, and then he checked up trying to, from my perspective, it looked like he checked up trying to see the 54 didn't fully notice him, and then the 3 just hit the back of the 45, and it sent Ty Gibbs around. Zane Smith piled into the side of him. That was pretty much the end of the 38th day, and yeah, here's another funny moment. Chris Buescher caught some air at Martinsville going over the 4 of Noah Gragson. I love that A&W car, by the way, but Chris Buescher was just going to look to the inside of the 4 and somehow got some air time off Noah Gragson. Don't really know what happened there. Don't know how that air time was caused, but yeah, that brought out the second caution of stage 3. I don't think anyone else went around here. It was just Gragson and Buescher. Even Noah Gragson did 2 360s and kept it going straight. So probably didn't. I mean, I see why they called the caution for it, but you probably didn't need to. But yeah, then the battle for the lead was heating up. You had it was mainly Elliott, Bell, Bubba, and Hamlin, Bell, Bubba, and Elliott. Those were like your main 4 competing for the lead. Chastain would poke his nose in here and there. Joey Logano would poke his nose in here and there too, until the 22 of Joey Logano was actually wrecked by Chase Briscoe. Briscoe, I mean, it wasn't intentional by any means. Briscoe was just trying to make a move to the inside. His left side tire got on the curb, and he was that curb absolutely sent him back up the track and into the the left rear quarter panel of Joey Logano. Nothing that he can do. That's just racing sometimes. I mean, I think Logano still ended up getting a top 15, but yeah, it is what it is. It happens, but yeah, for the next 100 laps, it was all about management. Once Denny Hamlin cleared Christopher Bell off that restart, that was pretty much the winning move. He was able to drive away, hold the lead, saved his tires to a T, pulled out another 2-second lead just because he wanted to, with like 10 laps to go, between lap cars and everything. And Denny Hamlin, with his first win in 11 months and his first Martinsville win in 10 years. That is crazy to think about. How has Denny Hamlin not won at Martinsville in 10 years? This guy absolutely dominates here. But yeah, the 11 team, Denny Hamlin, and pulled out, he got the win, and then victory lane, he pulled out a flag saying 11 against the world. And the second I seen that, I went, wait, editing me, flip this. It's Ohio against the world! Let's go! Buckeyes national champs. Suck that. Michigan. I don't know. We beat you guys. They beat us the last 2 years. They even beat us the year we won the national championship. But hey, hardest national championship to ever win, in my opinion. We won it. Oh my God, now I'm burping. Shout out Ryan Day. Shout out Ryan Day. But Denny Hamlin brought out the 11 against the world flag. Maybe that's the year, this is the year Denny Hamlin wins the championship. He gets some motivation from Ohio State. You never know. You never know. He burned it out around the whole track. And yeah, Denny Hamlin gets the win here at Martinsville Speedway. And yeah, let's get to your results. It was a decent race at Martinsville, and let's talk your finishing results. Well, your finishing results are as follows. Denny Hamlin gets the win. It's the 11 against the world, and the 11 picks up his first win of the season, locking him into the playoffs in March. Christopher Bell in second. He pulls off a second place finish. Not a bad result for the 20 team. I'll give him some credit. Bubba Wallace pulls off P3. Toyota 1-2-3. Joe Gibbs Racing 1-2. That's pretty big statement by Joe Gibbs, considering this race is usually just the Hendrick Fiesta. Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson rounding out your top 5. Not bad results for those guys either. Who else do we have? We got Ross Chastain with a 6. Ryan Preece in 7th. I told y'all he's the man to watch today. He hung out between like 15th and 30th the whole day. And then on that last run, he just snuck his way up into the top 10 and he pulled off a P7. Shout out Ryan Preece. Joey Logano. Oh my God, Logano drove it back to 8th? Man, if he got past Briscoe? Holy crap, fair play, man. That's actually sick. Chase Briscoe pulled it off in P9. Todd Gilliland 10th. Todd Gilliland, how the hell did Todd Gilliland end up in 10th? Every time I looked, he was 18th the whole day. So shout out Todd Gilliland. Ryan Blaney, man, I watched practice and qualifying yesterday. He looked ass. Like, he looked so bad. And Ryan Blaney, he even got up to the top 5 at one point. I'm like, man, just you can't doubt this 12 team at Martinsville. They're going to pull off something out of their ass. It's absolutely crazy what him and Jonathan Hassler can do. Michael McDowell, he had a top 15, maybe top 10 car today, so good for him. Ty Gibbs probably should have had more, but that team just needed something to go right. P13, we'll take it. Tyler Reddick, 14th. Again, not a great Martinsville guy. We'll take it. We'll roll with it to the next one. Ty Dillon, P15. And him and Austin Dillon were like glued together the whole day. Zane Smith, P16. Kyle Busch, P17. Austin Dillon in 18th. And it was Carson Hocevar. Hocevar needed a good points day. Good for him. Stenhouse had 2 speeding penalties. How the hell did he get up to 20th? Daniel Suarez, P21. Daniel actually, he appeared in the top 10 for a bit there at the start of stage 3 and then just kind of faded as it went on. I mean, when I think of good drivers at Martinsville, I typically don't think of Daniel Suarez, but decent result for him, I guess. William Byron, P22. What the hell happened? What the hell happened to William Byron today? He just did not look good at all. Like, I had William Byron pretty much filled out in all my fantasy teams this week just for him to run like that. Like, that was shameful from William Byron. To be honest, you expect so much more of that 24 team at Martinsville, and he just performed like crap. I'm not going to mince my words. He just looked like crap. AJ Allmendinger, about what you expect for Colleague Racing. Eric Jones, he did okay today. Chris Buescher, he had an incident-filled day. Good job to him. He still beat Brad Keselowski. John Hunter Nemechek, P26, and it was Brad K. Man, Brad K. might have to seriously think about hanging it up. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Brad K. might genuinely have to think about it. He has been very, very poor to end last season and start this season. Then it's... oh my God, excuse me. Alex Bowman, Justin Haley, Noah Gregson, Cody Ware, Riley Herbst, Josh Berry, who deserves so much better. Even Cole Custer. Cole Custer for like the whole first half of the race, was pretty well a top 10, top 15 car. I think Cole Custer should have had a better result today, but Josh Berry, if you gave the 21 the track position, he was doing good. Even when he was a lap down car, he was passing cars in like 20th who were on the lead lap. Like Josh Berry was doing really good today. It's a shame he only pulls off P33. He deserved more of it today. Shane Van Gisbergen, Casey Mears, Burt Myers, and Austin Cinder grounded all out. Man, that's so weird to see Casey Mears on a NASCAR results sheet in 2025. But yeah, let's slide my phone over here and let's put this race on the Skyler scale. Well, like I said before, in my opinion, this was a pretty mid-tier Martinsville race. I don't think it was amazing, per se. I mean, I think in terms of the standard we have with the next gen at short tracks, and especially Martinsville, the last couple years, I'm not complaining. I won't complain. I mean, should we expect a little better? Yeah, maybe, but at least guys could pass. 2 years ago, they couldn't. Remember the night race at Martinsville in April 2 years ago? That was a pretty rough one. That was a pretty rough race. Remember that Saturday night? I do. That was a pretty rough race. You couldn't even bump a guy out of the way that day. That was a pretty rough race that day. And I think we've come a long, long way since that day. I really, really believe we have. And yeah, I'm going to give this race a 60%. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. But we have to look at the positives here. It was a hell of a lot better than what we had a couple years ago. It really, truly was. And I mean, do I still have positivity after this race? Yeah, I do. I think this was a decent Martinsville race considering the standard that we have set the last couple years. Can they keep building, keep improving? Yeah. Will this race be a lot more exciting in the second to last race of the season where half the playoff drivers are going to get eliminated and everyone's within a point of each other? Yeah, it's probably going to be a lot more exciting. But to be honest, I'm not complaining about today's race. I'm going to give it a 60%. It's probably pretty low, but I enjoyed it. I really did. And yeah, guys, well, I enjoyed it for the standard that we have set. That's what I should say. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this episode and why. This episode of the post-race reviews. And yeah, subscribe. Turn on them notifications so you don't miss a future upload here on the channel. And don't forget to join the Patreon and Twitch. Links are in the description down below. I should be streaming Tuesday night this week, I believe. Because, yeah, I got an early morning Friday, so no early Thursday stream, unfortunately. Maybe I might stream Friday night. I could stream Friday night. That's honestly not a bad idea. Anyways, guys, I'll see you for the next episode of these post-race reviews, and it'll be Throwback Weekend next weekend. It's weird doing Throwback Weekend at the start of April, but let's see. Maybe we'll enjoy it, maybe we won't. Only one way to find out. I'll see you guys then. Take care. And peace!